Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Red Foxx.
Thank you very much if you bothered to applaud for me. No, it's too late now. I've already called you a bunch of jive mothers. Mother has lost its significance somehow. Last Mother's Day, a guy gave his wife a skunk, a live skunk. She said, man, what the hell I'm gonna do with a skunk? He said, grow your coat. I don't give a damn what you do with it. I bring you stuff, I bring you candy, and you want cookies. He said, it's a skunk, keep it. She said, well, where are we gonna keep a skunk? She said, in the bedroom. She said, well, what about that smell? He said, hell, let him get used to it the way I did. Thank you, I'm glad you like animal stories. People have been lied through the years. Now you take General Custer. Idiot. Now why would a guy stand up and wave a sword with 5,000 Indians painted, drunk and screaming, riding toward him? You don't stand up. You kneel down behind one of them dead horses and peep. I got that much sense. I had me enough sense. If I'd been there, I'd have cut one of them horses open and crawled in. And I'd have breathed through which either end I was laying at. You just don't take a man's buffalo away and think he's gonna forget it. Why, buffalo was man's first love of the prairie. Then sheep took over. It eliminated tiptoeing. Oh, give me a home where the short buffalo roam. Well, that's the truth. You have to be honest with your own self, because you lay down some time and think. And that's too much for you. People are in debt worry. Am I right? They worry. And let me ease your worried mind. Stop worrying about debt. Buy something on credit, sign your name. Don't live in those empty rooms waiting for that big break to come. When you have enough money to go pay for it, sign your name. They deliver whatever you like. They deliver it to your place wrapped in blankets, big new truck. You know what I mean? They put it in your home and place it where you want it. And then when you don't pay, they pick that stuff back up and carry it back to the store wrapped in them blankets in that big truck. But so far, you ain't spent nothing. At least, no, really, at least order that stuff. There's a lot of things more important than money, and one of them is, wait a minute, give me a chance. No, it ain't that, because if you get some money, you can buy some of that. Say, have you heard of the new breakfast food called Cheerios? No, Cheerios. They don't even sell them. They just eat each other. Thank you, dear. That's it. I see a lot of couples holding hands now. Yeah, you're ready to leave here, aren't you? There's a guy who was taking, he went in the bar one night, and he got half crocked. In fact, he was toe down. A lot of people say toe up, but that's a different expression. He was toe down off booze. He was in this bar, and he had to go to the men's room, so he said, asked the bartender, he said, which way to the men's room get, fellas? He said, right over. He said, no, that's okay, I'll go on home. The bartender didn't want to lose his last two customers, so he told the guy, he said, look, don't go home. Go ahead and use our room there. He said, well, I've been taking salts. The bartender said, well, what the hell difference that make if you've been taking salts? He said, go ahead and use the restroom. Come on back out and drink some liquor. So the guy went inside, he came back about 15 minutes, come back out all, looked like 10 or 15 people had been whipping on him. He was sitting there, his hair was all messed over his head, and his glasses were twisted across his face, his clothes were disheveled, evil, messed up. The bartender said, well, what the hell went on with this guy? He went in the toilet there by himself, and he looked in there, man, and stuff was everywhere, all over the wall and the ceiling, on the light bulbs, up on the shaving kit, on the floor, up under the hydrant. He came back out and said, man, what kind of salt you been taking? This guy said, summer salt. No, it's different. I worked with some strippers in Hollywood 2 months ago. One girl came out and hit some water that I had spilled on the floor where I was mixing my drink. And she hit this water when she was going into her split. And she hit that floor so hard, the people backstage shuddered when they heard the sound of her hitting this floor. Wham! Took us 45 minutes to break the suction. You should have heard, no kidding, you should have heard the round of applause that girl got when she said, say, what's the difference between a light sleeper and a hard sleeper? A light sleeper sleeps with the light on, and a hard sleeper sleeps through anything. Takes this crowd quite a while to get them. Could you take your coat off, dear? And relax. She's pretty. There's some pretty girls in San Francisco, and some ugly ones. I met one over on Post today. Looked like crime in the face. And tried to get fresh with me. I said, no, darling, I'm not that type of guy. I said, besides, you couldn't love me the way I want you to anyway. She said, how is that? I said, on credit. No, when nobody gave nobody ugly she was no cash money. I do her like Jesse James and them used to do. Give her some canned goods and a 10-pound sack of flour. You'd be surprised what flour used to buy. I was up to a place one night and I was just laying there. And a knock came on the door. Boom, boom. I said, hey, I said, who's that, baby? She said, must be my husband. I said, husband, you didn't tell me you had nobody. She said, hide. I said, well, when the hell you gonna hide in one room? She said, please hide. He's 6'4", weighs 298 pounds. I hid. I raised the window up and was hanging out on the ledge. And just like she said, this big guy, he tore the door off the hinges, walked on the door, stepped inside, looked everywhere, couldn't find nobody. Something brought him by the window and he saw my fingers holding on. He took off the size 16 Brogan shoes and whipped my fingers to a pulp. I didn't feel bad until I looked back and saw I wasn't but a foot off the ground. Can you imagine a television commercial 50 years from today with a Negro announcer? No, 25 years. We're gonna cut it short. 25 years from today, a Negro announcer with a TV commercial. No shit, folks. Now you can relax. Here, what's the difference between a pickpocket and a peeping Tom? A pickpocket snatches watches. I just thought I'd throw that in, you know what I mean? So, lady had twins last year. First set of kids, twins, first time. She named them Adolph and Rudolph. And this year, she got pregnant again. Doctors told her it was twins. Her husband said, well, what are we gonna name them? She said, get off and stay off. I thought that was good. It's tough coming from mixed parents. Wake up in the morning with a taste in your mouth for pheasant and black-eyed peas. Filet mignon and biscuits. You know what I mean? Some things just don't go together, you know what I mean? Just laugh out loud, will you? Y'all up north now. I've realized the importance of black. If you want to know how important black is, go to Las Vegas and get some white chips and get some black chips. You could have 70 pounds of white chips and can't get out of town. You get 2 pounds of black chips, you can go to Madrid. And if I get me 2 pounds, that's where I'm going. I have a few statistics. Is that correct? Statistics. It's college. I didn't go myself, but I saw a lot of people go. No, I didn't dig school. I didn't see how knowing when Washington crossed the Delaware was gonna help me in a brick fight. I got nothing about ducking bricks in history. But here's just a few things. It's funny how life is. Some guys take polls and they have a Gallup stuff and then they do surveys. And they say that 1 out of every 4 people is a freak. So pick out 3 of your friends. And if they all right, it's you. I'm the only comedian talks about snot. Didn't that shock you, dear? Because no one else ever said it. I said snot, 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 booger snot. Now you won't forget my name. You think it's Red Wolf, but it's not. It's Red Fox. Snot is part of growing up. You were a snotty-nosed kid. Ha, hell. Probably have some snotty-nosed kids of your own. Now, that's why you tell them, suck that up or blow it out and get the hell out of here. Kids catch hell. I have some kids of my own somewhere, I think. I don't have any at home. I knocked my old lady down once for telling me she thought she was pregnant. Say it was a guy fooling around with his chick. He was trying to get his hand under her dress. She said, Steve, stop. She said, stop that. My mother told me never let a fella go put his hand up under my dress. She said, but listen, if you put your hand down my back, it'll be the second place you come to. I thought you'd enjoy that. You just sit up there and try to look all pure. Some of you are going to enjoy me in your stomachs. No, it's true. Really, you will. And then you'll enjoy me on the car, on the freeway. And I hope you run into something. Why are you going to leave here and enjoy me? Enjoy me here so the owner will rebook me. Notice I said owner and not boss. See, Negroes have had whites fooled for years with that boss bit. Say, well, good night, boss. Yes, sir, boss. See, boss spelled backwards is double S-O-B, and that's 2 of them. So if you got a Negro working for you calling you boss, you haven't quit it, him. Every year, 50 or 60 Negroes pass for white, and you can't tell them apart because they don't smile, so you can't see their gums. So if you got a white friend that talks like this, how you feel, Bill? I haven't seen you in a long time, pal. You open that sucker's mouth up, he might be one of us. That'll worry you. I don't care what color you are, when you go home and pull the light out, it becomes a question of who washed. Thank you very much. I wanted to play piano for you tonight, but you can see my hand's been hurt seriously. You see it here in the cast. Well, I just had the cast taken off today. It was a home accident. Some young kids were playing baseball, and one youngster hit a home run through my bedroom window and hit my wife right down here. Like they broke 4 of my fingers. These 4. See that one I left out there? Could have broke my whole hand. If it had been my brother, it would have crushed his skull. Little boy about 4 years old, he was trying to go to the toilet by himself, and he couldn't quite reach it. He just got over the edge, and the seat fell on it. Bam! And he ran to his mother and said, "Get it, mother, get it and make it well." She said, "Shut up, damn it, you're getting more like your father every day." Well, I like kids. That, you know what I mean? How many of you folks have kids? Raise your right leg. None, huh? The teacher asked her class, said, "Kids, I want you to answer this question for me." And she asked him, said, what are some of the uses for turpentine? One little boy said, "Well, my mother put 2 drops on a spoon when I get a cold." The little girl said, "Well, my mother put 8 drops on a spoon and gave it to my brother, and he passed a 16-inch tapeworm." And the little boy sitting in the back, he said, "Well, I put a half a pint on my dog's tail, and he passed 2 trucks, 4 motorcycles, and a Volkswagen on the freeway." Thank you very much, sir. I got that. I admired you when you first walked in the door. I said, "Fox, that's a real man." You know what I mean? A lot of guys would put a toupee on that. No, really, huh? Look. Oh, man, I don't worry about it. I went to a guy, he said, "Fox, if you want to grow hair on your head." Now, here's a guy, he walked in and he's bald-headed. He said, "If you want to grow hair on your head, rub it between your wife's legs." And then he twirled his mustache. That was good enough for me. I might not have too much hair next year, but I'm gonna have me a heavier mustache. Let's sing something and show that there's harmony that can exist among strangers. We'll sing "Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life's but a dream." Won't you join in, friends, everyone? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life is... Once more, everyone. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life is... Just the girls.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life is but a
Men.
dream.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Now you others. Speak right up. You mean to tell me there ain't one here? How about a almosy? My wife said to me last night, she said, I said, Forget it. See, a farmer and his wife were going to a masquerade party, and they lived on a farm, so they would cut across the field so they could take a shortcut to the other farmer's house who was giving this masquerade party. And they were dressed as a cow and a bull. And they got about halfway across, and a real bull spotted him, and he started charging. He was moving, he was coming in. And the wife said, oh my God, darling, what should we do? He said, I'm gonna stand right here and eat some grass, and you better brace yourself. Well, Sears, let's drink a little toast. What's the difference between meat and fish? You're not supposed to beat your fish. Look at him laughing in his hand. That's no good. Laugh right out. Sure, me what now? I was an athlete. I was a broad jumper. No kidding. I had a 36 Buick, and a chick showed me what those straps were for in the back seat. Of course, they cut her ankles a little bit, but I didn't mind that, but she dropped my buttered popcorn. Folks, imagine yourself at one of America's most beautiful racetracks. That's what you have to picture it. You're sitting there, lots of money in your pocket. It's high noon, it's hot. Stands are filled. 100,000 people waiting on the T-bone steaks. A great racing day. 3 great horses and 3 great jockeys. The favorite horse of the race, Cold Towel. Second choice, Pussy Willow. And the dark horse of the race, My Dick. Imagine it. Cold Towel, Pussy Willow, and My Dick being led out the stable to pick up the jockeys. 3 great jockeys. Up on Pussy Willow is jockey O'Carroll. Up on Cold Towel is jockey Atkinson. And up on My Dick is jockey Strap. And in a minute now, this race will get started. The horses are ready, the jockeys are ready. Now the horse in the starting gate. Oh, My Dick revs up. We can't get a start right now. And now they're settling My Dick back down. And pretty soon this race will get underway. Now all 3 horses standing in the starting gate. The favorite Cold Towel standing there like a damp cloth. And Pussy Willow is nervous and twitchy. And My Dick looks very cool. And in a minute now, we get started. The horses, jockeys, just a moment, folks, just a moment. There's something wrong down on the track. Looks like Jockey Strap, but his Jockey Strap is bending way over. I think he must have a cramp. He must have ate before he got ready to ride. Jockey Strap just bent over and fell off My Dick. And here comes another jockey, number 32. And the jockey book number 32 is A Crab will ride My Dick in place of Jockey Strap. A Crab up. That's Arthur Crab. Arthur Crab will ride My Dick in place of George Strap. And now A Crab is up on My Dick looking very good. A Crab digs in for the start. Ladies and gentlemen, a few things I'd like you to know. The Crab family has produced some of the best riders this country's ever seen. And I know if you've got an ounce of sporting blood in you anywhere, you've seen A Crab or one of his brothers ride before. They ride exclusively for the Blue Stables. The Blue Stables are owned and operated by Mrs. Mary Ointment. So make that correction, please. It's A Crab riding for Strap. Mark that down on your scratch sheet. And in a minute now, as soon as the judge walks into the announce booth, and hold on just a moment, folks, while the judge walking in the school. Just a moment there, hold on there. Judge walks in the announce booth, put the shoots off, and there they go. They're off and running. And there they go, taking around the clubhouse, turn to the favorite Cold Towel by Haviling. It is Cold Towel by Haviling, was that fast along the rail. And My Dick in a very dangerous position. Silly by its race is Cold Towel, Pussy Willow. And oh, My Dick slipped and fell. And there goes Cold Towel and Pussy Willow running neck and neck. I think Pussy Willow has a slight edge. Pussy Willow has got a slight edge. Pussy Willow is leading by a hair. And oh, My Dick got back up and now we have a new race. My Dick is back in there now and My Dick is running. My Dick is running like I never saw My Dick run before. What a race. Near the finish, it's Cold Towel, Pussy Willow, and My Dick running hard on the inside. As we come into the wire, we'll determine the winner, and there we have it. The winner by half inch is... Folks, it was My Dick by a head. Thank you very much. It was a family in Kentucky. They were having dinner, and a young kid reached across the table after a hot biscuit. His Father looked at his mother and said, "Ma, how old is that boy now?" She said, "Well, Paul, he must be around 19 or 20. He said, "Well, we got to get that boy some pants. You see what he just drug through them mashed potatoes?" So, when you... I went to the hospital yesterday, did a show. Saw some girls I haven't seen in 9 months. Just be surprised. No, just coincidence. Pardon me. A little frog in my throat. First piece of meat I had in there all week. I should have been in the movies before now, but there's so much prejudice out there. Honestly, they offered me a role in a sex film. Want me to play the part of a 69-year-old lesbian with a hernia. I just want to act in part, where you can really put your teeth into something. So listen. All right, Evelyn, don't make me take my rod out. You know what I mean? One of them kind of roles. No, it's one of them gangster roles, you know what I mean? Well, they had Negro gangsters. It's just a bunch of prejudice, and they don't call us gangsters. See, we hoodlums. Even though you do the same thing, you can never get the rating of a gangster. All you hear about is Frank Nitti, Alphonse Capone. What about Sam Johnson and Razor Willie? Two bad mother swingers. Willie came home late one night, caught his old lady wrong. He didn't exactly catch her wrong, but he thought he caught her wrong. And he went to his dresser drawer and took out his straight razor and an old belt that he used to use to strap his razor. And his old lady walked over and said, "Willie, what you fixing to do?" He said, "See them blue suede shoes under the bed? If ain't nobody in them, I'm gonna shave." See, it's just like, to explain this, I must say this. No, some people hate black. Really. They don't like black shoes. I don't care how much you hate black. When you die, you have 6 feet of it on your chest. Ain't no white dirt. Most Negroes get angry when you call them boy. I don't feel bad. I know I ain't no boy. I've been a Negro 3 times. Baby, boy, man. I was down in Georgia one night. It was opening night at this club I went there to work in, and I was packing my bag. The owner of the club was walking down the hall. I happened to be out there, and he said, "Hey, boy." I said, "Boy, you must have caught me in swimming when it was cold, because I ain't no boy." I'm not superstitious. You've been fooled to think Negroes are superstitious, because I wake everyone up I see. I said, forget about ghosts. If you see a ghost, cut him. That'll break that stuff up. How could a rabbit's foot be lucky when the rabbit lost it? That's right. You've been out in the woods. You ever see a smiling 3-legged rabbit out there? When you lose one of your hoppers, you eat rattlesnake meat. I know that stuff. And black cats. I tell my people, I said, listen, black cats had to be some color. I run over all of them. I don't care what color they are. I'm not gonna wreck my $7,000 automobile ducking no 28-cent cat. That's bad arithmetic. The way I figure it, 7,000 goes over 28 one time. Nothing left over. If the world was naked, there wouldn't be trouble and fighting and wars and rumors of wars around the world. Clothes cause all that. If everybody was naked, you think you'd be somewhere lifting a rifle? might be somewhere lifting a short arm, but not a rifle. That's right. Clothes make so much difference in folks. I had a chick one night. I didn't have her because when she took off all she had to take off, wasn't nothing left. Her hips, she threw them in the couch, right on the couch. She had some things right in here, threw them on the couch. She threw her boom booms on the couch. Or they call them boomaloons. She threw them on the couch, then took her wig off and threw that on the couch. Then she jumped in the bed, and I jumped on the couch. But I'm not crazy. I know where all the good stuff was. Question. What's better than 69? 77, because you get 8 more. 8 more. What's the difference between an old cat and a little kitty? A little pussy never hurt nobody. And an old cat will bite and scratch and charge you. A lot of people never stop and think about the Pilgrims, but they were wonderful, fine-thinking gentlemen and ladies, and vice versa. The Pilgrims that came to America and shot wildcats instead of turkeys, we'd be eating pussy on Thanksgiving. I'm sure glad they shot turkeys. Because I don't think I could hold out till Thanksgiving. It's a long way off, isn't it? It was a guy who went to a house of ill repute. He had both arms in a cast and both legs in a cast. And he walked up to the door, and the madam opened the door. She said, "Well, what do you want?" He said, "I rang the bell, didn't I?" It's been nice being with you. Hope you had some fun out of this. If anyone here in the audience has been offended by anything I might have said or done during the course of my trying to entertain you, I want you to know sincerely from the bottom of my heart, I don't give a shit.